Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm Andrew Wimpole.
Let's talk about the Silk Road. The Silk Road was one of the largest trade routes in history.
It connected places such as China, Egypt, and India all across the map through trade. But with that, it brought religious, philosophical, and intellectual influence. One of the most prominent was the religion of Islam. The religion of Islam is a monotheistic religion, believing Allah to be the one and true God whose word is spread through the Quran and his 5 prophets, Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. The religion of Islam was spread to civilizations in 3 main ways. Muslim merchants were trading all across the Silk Road to places like India and China, bringing valuable trade goods along with the Islamic religion. They would form small merchant towns which brought much religious influence to the places they traded in. Another way they brought it to other territories is migration. Many Islamic people migrated through Spain, India, and China. They created many Muslim mosques in India and China, immortalizing the religion in their societies. The final way Islam was spread was through the Islamic Empire. The Umayyad and Abbasid dynasty conquered all across Spain and northern India in the years after Muhammad's death, which brought the religion through large parts of these areas.
Elijah Feetsum, historian, Harvard University. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the religion of Islam.
One of the most influenced places by the Islamic religion was India. Muslim merchants came into India determined to spread their religion. India would soon become one of the most important places for the Islamic religion. It spread quickly because of trade and the merchants who lived there. The merchants started to form small communities throughout India, and the religion began to find a place in Indian society. Now, by 1500 CE, in India, about 1/5 of the population consisted of Muslims. So you could be walking down the street, and any one of the people that you saw could be a Muslim. 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 The Muslims successfully spread their religion throughout India. Many of this was helped through Sufis who were free to walk the streets and convince people to convert to the religion of Islam and how it could benefit them.
Islam was first introduced to China around 616 to 618 AD by Sahaba, who are companions of the Prophet Muhammad. In China, Islam influenced technology, sciences, philosophy, and the arts. In terms of material culture, one finds decorative motifs from Central Asian Islamic architecture and calligraphy, and impact on northern Chinese cuisine. There are many mosques in China that combine Chinese and Islamic culture. Many mosques constructed back in the Ming Dynasty follow more closely to the Chinese architecture, while newer mosques are made more similarly to other mosques around the world, with structures like dome ceilings. The first mosque was created by the Emperor Gaozong of the Tang Dynasty when he ordered the construction after the death of Muhammad.
On the advice of Muhammad, in May 614 AD, 23 Muslims moved to Abyssinia, where they were under protection by its king, al-Najashi, who eventually accepted Islam. The following year, 101 Muslims joined them, but most of these Muslims returned to Medina. In 641 CE, Muslim troops conquered Egypt and took over current Libya the following year. Islam gained momentum during the 10th century in West Africa at the beginning of the Almoravids movement on the Senegal River, and as rulers and kings adopted Islam. Islam then spread slowly in much of the continent through trade and preaching.
During the 8th century, Muslim forces crossed from North Africa into the Iberian Peninsula to conquer much of Spain and Portugal. By the 10th century, Cordoba, a major city in Spain, had become a center of Islamic culture and learning. Muslim Spain was divided by conflicts between the Umayyad rulers and a large population of North African Berbers who were new converts to Islam. Eventually, the Berbers made attacks on some religions of Spain, including Cordoba. In the 11th century, Muslim Spain began to break up into small separate principalities called Taifa kingdoms.